I'm absolutely devastated to have to make this video. You know, it took me not even one, not even two, but three attempts to sort of make this video because I was just so shocked. You know, waking up and having to read that news regarding Diogo Jota, it was heartbreaking, to be honest, when you think of him as a family man, what he sort of achieved across the game. And for me in particular, you guys know I'm not the oldest person. So Diogo Jota is somebody who I've kind of seen his whole career, from when he came to the Premier League at Wolves and showed his incredible ability, from winning stuff at Liverpool, with winning stuff with Portugal. I've seen pretty much every single thing. And it hits deep when I look at it from that perspective, you know, because I'm out here, to be honest, I'm in Dubai, and, you know, it made me realize you shouldn't really go a day where you regret something you do, because life is short, anything can happen. You know, I read the news as soon as I woke up, which was what, 2-3 hours ago, and I had to really sit there for an hour or two digesting it. Then I thought, how do I portray this towards my Liverpool family and just across my platforms, because it's very important that we sort of recognize this and not only mourn but appreciate the quality of Jota and what he sort of contributed towards the game. I think it's very important to sort of look at it from those perspectives, because he was a really gifted footballer. You don't get to go to Liverpool Football Club if you aren't talented. You don't play in the Premier League if you aren't talented. You don't even step foot on the professional game if you haven't got any talent. And of course, it's not just condolences in terms of the loss of Jota, but also his brother, family member. You know, it's so tragic for all of his family, for everybody involved, and us in the football world and people outside the football world. It's completely tragic, you know, and we need to respect the space of Diogo Jota and his family, and we need to appreciate people mourn in different ways. And, you know, it was only just 3, 4, 5 weeks ago when he just won the Nations League with Portugal, an incredible feat. You know, we know how influential he is towards Portugal. You don't get into the Portuguese squad again if you haven't got the ability for it. And he sort of, over these weeks, he actually had some of the best highs of his career, of his life. You know, winning with his country. You know, the love for your country is a lot different to the love you have to your football club. There's a different sort of pride towards it. And I think it was just, you know, I was happy that Jota was able to really experience these highs, you know, just a few weeks ago. And it's not even just that. Outside of the football part of it, you know, just getting married, you can look at him there with his 3 kids. It's just so tragic that he's leaving that behind. And, you know, it's I literally don't even know how to really portray how sad this is. It genuinely is very, very sad. An active footballer, somebody who plays at the very highest level, somebody who has contributed so much to the clubs that he's been at, somebody who's contributed so much to his family, to everybody, his mum, his dad, his wife, kids, brother himself. It's tragic. It's genuinely tragic. And I was reading something regarding Diogo Jota and his off-the-pitch stuff, and how, you know, he was really there for equality within the game. He would go to these meetings when he wasn't even asked to do so, and give his words, talking about the women in his life, his wife, his daughter there, his mother, and how influential they were towards him. This was a really remarkable man. You know, you can have all the on-the-pitch stuff, but off the pitch, the things that I've read that Diogo Jota did, it's incredible, you know, and we don't often see these stuff, and it's such a shame it's only coming to light now following the tragic news. But Diogo Jota is clearly a brilliant guy, and you can almost see that as well on the pitch, the way he played, with the passion, with the aggression. There was this sort of, you know, great feel to him, and you don't get that with any sort of player. You know, it's genuinely, it's very, very tragic. It very, very, very is tragic. And, you know, I think it's sort of a blessing that he experienced that 20th title, wearing number 20, winning the 20th for Liverpool. He was there to make history, equaling records, breaking records that season, scoring goals. You know, his last goal for Liverpool was what I would like to say a vintage Jota goal, dancing through defenders, finishing in a great way against Everton in the derby. It was a beautiful goal, beautiful moment, and You know, I remember it so vividly. I really do. Because obviously, I don't even know how to really put this video together, and I love you to bear with me because it's just tragic regarding Diogo Jota and how I've experienced his whole career, what he's contributed to football, you know, what he's won. I was there. You guys were there as well. 29 is so young, you know, and it teaches me, to be honest, personally, as someone that's young, to appreciate what you've done, appreciate the people around you, because anything can sort of happen, you know, unexpectedly like this. Like I've said, condolences to everybody involved, Diogo's family, everybody who was sort of able to see Diogo Jota's career. I think it's hitting all of us deep that this is a reality, that we've lost this active footballer, that we'll never see him kick a ball again, ever again. And it genuinely is very sad and very tragic. But, you know, I'll end the video there. It's genuinely tragic, and my prayers and love goes towards all of those people that have just named.